Hello everyone, I'm Zoe. This is going to be a Hatha style yoga class, so grab your mat, a towel or blanket, 2 blocks or books, and let's get started. Once you have your equipment, you can join me in a seat, either on your blanket, on a block, or right down on the mat. You can let your eyes fall closed if it's comfortable, or pick a spot on the floor in front of you to gaze at with unfocused softness. And inhale to get long through your spine. Reach with the crown of your head up towards the sky. Exhale. Let your sit bones sink down heavy into the earth. A couple more times. Inhale. Reach with your neck spine up towards the sky. And exhale. Let your legs, let your feet, let your hips all come down into the ground. One more time. Long breath in to grow up. Long breath out to sink down. Your next inhale, reach your fingertips up toward the sky. Maybe look up towards your fingertips. And as you exhale, you can land your right hand down on the mat beside you. Reach your left fingertips over your ear. You can slide your right hand away a little bit. Just make a little C shape down towards the ground. Inhale, you can look up at your elbow. Exhale, you can look down at the ground. Inhale to reach your fingertips over your ear, and exhale to sink a little further towards the earth. One more inhale here, and exhale. Inhale, come back up, and then down the other side. Land your left hand on the mat. Reach your right fingertips up and over your ear. Inhale to look up at your elbow, and look down at the ground. Inhale, maybe slide your fingertips a little further away. Reach your right fingertips over towards the side of your mat. And let yourself sink a little further towards the ground. Inhale, back up towards middle. Exhale again, down to the right. Let your sit bones, let your legs stay heavy down, anchored into the earth. Just stretch, reach from your side, body, your torso. And you can let your neck relax or creak and crack. And then inhale, come back up, and again, down to the right. Try and leave your lower body still and heavy on the mat. And just let your arms, let your torso, your ribs expand and contract in the C shape. Side, let your neck loosen up or hang heavy. And next inhale, you can come back up. Good. Reach both fingertips up to the sky again, and then pivot from your belly button over towards your left knee. Let your arms fall down to the ground, down to your leg. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, spin just a little further open towards the left. Next inhale, come back towards middle, reach up, and exhale, spin your torso over to the right. Let your hands fall down, and look over your right shoulder. Keep a long, straight spine. Inhale as you grow tall to the crown of your head. And exhale, and your spine twists just a little bit more open. Another couple inhales here. You don't need to pull yourself too much with your arms. You can just let yourself twist from your center. Let your arms be sort of the last thing to fall. And your next inhale, reach and twist back up towards middle, and then down towards the left. Notice if it's different the second time around. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist down to the right. Maybe this side is different from the left. On your next inhale, reach up towards the sky, and exhale. You can let your hands fall down to your knees. And then from here, get a nice tall seat. And then on your inhale, start to tilt your pelvis sort of forward. So the back of your hips sort of reach a little bit up towards the sky. You can look up, maybe point your chin up towards the sky. Let your sternum reach to the top of your mat or out to the room. Inhale, cow spine, seated cow spine. As you exhale, contract your abs in towards your spine. Let your pelvis sort of tilt in the opposite direction. Maybe drop your chin down towards your chest. Long exhale, seated cat spine. Inhale, back towards cow. Lift your chin, press your sternum forwards, look up maybe. And exhale. Reach the back of your heart towards the back of your mat. Extend long through your shoulders. Take a few more rounds here. Just move at the pace of your own breath. Inhale to find cow spine. Exhale for cat spine. While you're here, speaking of cats, maybe think of a cat or cats, real or fictional, that you like or love, or just things that you like about cats in general. Is there anything you admire about cats? And on your next inhale, you can come back up towards center. Good. Let's take a moment here, get tall through your spine, heavy through your seat. And then place your fingertips together, press your palms together, leave a little space in between your palms, in the center of your palms. And then let that come as prayer hands, Anjali Mudra, come to rest in front of your heart. You can let your eyes fall closed. Take a few inhales here. See if you can tap into or feel into your center. Maybe into your core, into your source. You say move from your center or engage your core a lot in yoga. Sometimes it's not always apparent what that means or what that feels like. So just maybe take a moment to go inwards and just see what it means for you, see what it feels like for you. Where's your center? Where's your core? Just take a moment to feel that space. On our next inhale, you can let your hands come apart and reach down to the mat, roll over your shins, step back into tabletop. You can get long through the crown of your head, long through your tailbone. Exhale as you press the mat away with your hands, with your feet, and draw your belly button up towards your spine. Maybe turn your core on again. And then your next inhale, drop your belly, get broad across your shoulders. Lift your tailbone up towards the sky, maybe look up. And then exhale, press the mat away, lift to the back of your heart, let your head come down. Long inhales, you drop your belly, reach forwards. Then long exhales, you press the mat away. Marjanasana. One more time. Inhale, look up. And exhale. Press the mat away. Come back in towards the middle. Then your next exhale, let all of your weight pour down into your right hand. Lift your left fingertips up to your block, maybe all the way up to the sky. Twist from your belly button, open towards the left. And exhale, scoop your fingertips down and across. Land your shoulder down on the mat. Thread the needle. You can keep your right hand kickstanded up, or you can reach it out long on the mat in front of you. Inhale as you twist your fingertips in opposite directions. Exhale to fall open a little more towards the right. A few breaths here to reach and twist. On your next inhale, you can slide your hand back under your shoulder, press strong down into the mat. Lift your fingertips back up to your block or the sky, and then land your left hand back down on the mat. Other side, pour weight down into your left hand, reach your right fingertips up, twist from your belly button open to the right, then scoop all the way down and across. Land your shoulder, fine thread the needle. Welcome to reach your fingertips out long on the mat in front of you. Then inhale, stretch your fingertips apart. Let yourself twist just a millimeter further open to the left. A couple more breaths here. Inhale as you reach your fingertips away. Exhale as you twist a little further open. On your next inhale, you can slide your hand back and under your shoulder, press down strong to lift up with your right fingertips up toward the sky, and then exhale, land everything back down on the mat. And I said everything, I meant everything. Go ahead and come all the way down to your belly. You can land your favorite ear down on the mat. Take a breath here. Let yourself get heavy. You let the tops of your feet, the tops of your legs, top of your hips. You can let it relax and melt down into the ground. And on your next inhale, peel your upper body up off the mat. You don't need to press into your hands. Just lift from your back. Lift your shoulders up. Keep your neck long. Maybe pull your nose down to the ground. Take a long breath in here in baby cobra. Then exhale. Let everything come back down to the mat. One more time. Inhale to peel your shoulders up off the mat. Lift up. Get long through your spine, long through your neck. Let your lower body be heavy, grounded behind you. And exhale. Land back down. One more time. Peel your upper body up. This time slide your elbows in under your shoulders. You can press your hands down into the mat or clasp one hand in the other. Let your lower body be heavy. Press strong out over your shoulders. Look forward. Sphinx pose. It's a proud, confident cat. You feel into that Sphinx for a minute. We know something we don't know. And then as you exhale, you can walk your elbows out from underneath you, come all the way back down to the mat. Let yourself be heavy here. If you had one ear down, you can land the other ear. Take a few breaths. And on your next inhale, you can slide your hands in under your shoulders. Press back up towards tabletop. Take a moment to roll out your wrists, maybe one side and the other. You can flip your hands so your fingers point in towards your knees. Maybe let the backs of your palms press down into the mat. One side and then the other. You rock back and forth over your wrists. Just warming up your hands. your wrist bones, your forearms. Push on strong into the mat with your hands. Roll your toes under. Tuck your toes under. Press your toes down into the mat. And lift your knees from your core. Lift your knees just a couple inches off the mat. Hold it here. Take a couple breaths. Inhale, exhale. And land your knees back down. You can untuck your toes. Come all the way down to your belly. And your shoulders out wide, your elbows out wide. And then inhale, peel your upper body up off the mat. Slide your elbows in underneath. Press down to lift up into Sphinx. And then exhale, walk your elbows out from underneath you. Land back down on the mat. Take a breath here. Maybe think back on that cat or cats you identified earlier. What do you like about them or admire? I think of cats, I think of grace and power. Can lift back up into tabletop. Cats often seem to know what they need, seem to know what they want. I know how to get it. And cats can be badasses a lot of the time. Okay, then you reach back into tabletop, roll your toes underneath, press again, strong down into your hands, strong into your toes, lift up, engage your core. Full breath here. And then exhale, land your knees back down on the mat. And stay here in tabletop. And then on your next inhale, reach your left foot up towards the sky. You can bend your feet so your foot is flexed. And then lift from your glute. Lift your foot up towards the sky. Good. Inhale here. And exhale. Curl up into cat spine and hug that knee in towards your center. Good. Press the mat away as you lift your knee. And then on your inhale, sweep it back behind you. Lift your foot up towards the sky. One more breath in and exhale. And your foot down on the mat. Good. Other side. Line up the weight in your right knee. And then kick your right foot up towards the sky. Bend your foot so your foot is flexed. Press the mat away. And on your next exhale, cat spine, arch up, tuck your knee in towards your chest. Hug it in. And inhale, kick your foot back up towards the sky. And exhale, land back into tabletop. Then come all the way back down to your belly. Take a breath in here. And a breath out. And then inhale to float your upper body up. Walk your elbows in underneath. Proud, confident Sphinx. And then you can walk your elbows out from underneath you. Land back down on the ground. And slide your hands underneath. Press back up into tabletop. Okay, we'll do that again. Tuck your toes underneath both feet. Press down, engage your core. Lift your knees up off the mat just an inch. Hold here. Keep a deep bend in your knee. Keep them close to the ground. And then exhale, land back on the ground. You can untuck your toes. Line up the weight in your left leg and kick your foot up towards the sky. So bend your foot so your foot is flexed and flat. Almost like you're lifting something with your foot up towards the sky. Try and stay in a tabletop position with your wrists, with your hips. And on your exhale, bring that knee in towards your chest, lift up into cat spine. Inhale, press up with your foot. Lift it up and then land it back down on the mat. Good. This time lift your right foot up towards the sky, like you're carrying a plate on your foot and you're lifting it up. You can press down to the mat with your hands, strong, engage with your core. And then exhale, cat spine on this side, hug your knee in towards your chest. Inhale to sweep the leg away, lift it up. And exhale, land back down on the mat. Come down all the way to your belly. Again, rest one ear, the other, maybe your forehead. Then big inhale to lift your upper body up. Walk your elbows in under your shoulders. Find Sphinx. Relax your lower body heavy down into the mat. Press up and out of your shoulders. Tap into that Sphinx attitude, that badass catitude. And then walk your elbows out from underneath you. Come to land back down on the mat. Walk your hands in underneath, press back up into tabletop. And then again, tuck your toes, engage your core, lift your knees up just a couple inches. Hold and press. Exhale, land your knees back down on the ground. Inhale, sweep your leg up towards the sky, press your foot up. This time, drop your belly, get broad across your shoulders. Find a cow spine here as you lift your left foot up towards the sky. Maybe look up, tilt your chin towards the front of the room. And then exhale, cat spine, press the mat away. Hug your knee in towards your chest. And as you inhale, sweep it back, lift your foot up, drop your belly, cow spine here. Land your knee back down on the mat. Tuck your toes. Press down strong into your toes, into your hands. Lift your knees just an inch off the mat. Engage your core. Engage your center. Land back down. This time, lift your right foot up to the sky and drop your belly. Get broad across your collarbones. Find a little bit of a cow spine. Tilt your tailbone up towards the sky. Lift your foot up. Exhale, find cat spine. Hug your knee in towards your chest. Press the mat away. And sweep your leg back up towards the sky. You're like a happy cat that's sticking its tail up in the air. And then land your foot back down on the mat. Come all the way down towards your belly. This time, lift your left toes up off the mat. You can walk your elbows in underneath. Look behind you. Look back at your foot. And then you can walk your right hand in closer to the center and press down strong into your right hand. Lift your left fingertips back. Grab hold of your foot. You can pull it in towards your glute. Maybe kick your hand, or kick your foot into your hand. Use your foot to help lift your torso a little bit further off the mat. So exhale, you can let everything drop back down. You'll slide your hands back underneath you, lift back up into tabletop. You already know what we're doing here. Press your toes down on the mat, lift up. One full breath here. Strong through your core. Exhale, land back down. This time, lift your right foot up to the sky, flex your foot. Then drop your belly, get broad across your collarbones. Find cow spine. Tilt your tailbone up towards the sky. And as you exhale, find cat spine. Hug your knee in towards your chest. Press the mat away. Inhale, sweep your foot back up, drop your belly. Find cow spine one more time. Then land your knee back down on the ground. And come all the way back down flat. Walk your elbows in. This time lift your right toes up. You can look back as you reach back with your hand. First step, squeeze your heel in towards your glute. Put a little bit of a calf stretch. And then kick your foot into your hand. Let it help lift your upper body up off the mat. So kick into your hand. Press up. You can look back at your foot or in front. And then exhale, let it all go. Come all the way down to the mat. Now slide your hands underneath, come back up into tabletop. If you need to take a minute to roll out your wrists, you stretch them back and forth one more time. You find that confident, badass cat. Maybe look for it in your center, in your core. If your core is lighting up, look there for your center, for your power, for your confidence. Then press your toes, press your hands down into the mat, and then lift your left toes up towards the sky. Find a little bit of a cow spine. Look up, lift your foot up like a leaping tiger, leaping through the grass. Exhale, press the mat away, hug your knee in towards your chest. Inhale one more time, drop your right knee, lift your left foot, find cow spine. Exhale, land that foot back down on the mat. You can come back to tabletop, roll out your wrists, you roll out your ankles. And then second side, again, root down, strong through your hands, strong through your toes. Turn on that center, tap into your center of power, your center of confidence. Give your body a little bit of cat energy. And then when you're ready, lift your knees up off the mat and then kick your right foot all the way up towards the sky. Drop your belly, get broad across your shoulders. Find a cow spine, look up, leaping tiger. Exhale, tuck your knee in towards your chest, press the mat away with your hands. Inhale one more time, drop your knee, kick your foot up towards the sky, get broad. Leaping tiger, Vyagrasana. And then exhale, land everything back down on the mat. You can land your right ear. Let your elbows fall out wide to a cactus. Exhale, you can lift your right toes up off the mat and then draw a big circle with your toes over your hips so your toes come to land behind you. Maybe extend your leg out long or keep it bent in. And then you can roll just a little bit more open onto your left shoulder. You don't need to press yourself open, just like gravity. Help peel your right shoulder up off the mat. And take a few breaths here. Long breaths. All the way in and all the way out. Your next inhale, you can roll all the way back down to the mat. Land your other ear. And then pick your left toes up. Arc it over in a circle of your hips till it finds the ground behind you. You can roll just a little further open onto your right shoulder. Take a few breaths here. Cats are often confident when they're moving, when they're active, when they're hungry. They know how to get things done, but they also know how to relax. Calm down all the way flat down on the mat. See if you can tap in to your center again, to your core, as the source of your strength, your power. See if you can tap into it here as a guiding force for relaxing, for resting. See if you can use your core, use your center as a force for rest. Inhale, slide your hands in under your shoulders. Press up through one last tabletop as you separate your knees or keep them hugged in. Sink your heels back, maybe your hips back to your heels or onto a block. Land your forehead down on the mat. Walk your fingertips forward. Take a long breath here. Feel your back body, feel your heart expand up towards the sky. Exhale, let your hips sink just a little heavier towards the ground. Your next inhale, walk your fingertips over to the top right corner. Grab your right wrist in your left hand. Make a little C shape in child's pose. Inhale, feel your right side ribs expand. Let your hips be an anchor into the earth. Inhale, walk your hands in past center over to the right. Grab your left wrist in your right hand and lay everything back down on the mat. Breathe and expand through your left side body. Sink and get heavy in your hips and your ankles, your knees and your feet. Alright, next inhale, walk your hands back in towards center. Land your forehead. You can bend from your elbows, let your thumbs come to rest on the back of your neck. And then next inhale, you can let your hands fall back down towards the mat. Walk yourself in towards kneeling. Then slide your hips to one side or the other. Sweep your legs out in front of you. And then let yourself roll vertebra by vertebra all the way back down to the mat. Let the backs of your hands fall down to the ground into cactus shape and step your feet out to the width of your mat. Knees point up toward the sky. Take an inhale here, and exhale, let your knees fall down towards the left side. You can look over your right shoulder towards your right hand. You don't need to press anything. You don't need to reach. Just let yourself fall where you fall. Inhale, lift your knees back up towards middle. And exhale, drape them down to the other side. Like a cat rolling with its belly up in the sun. Just let your knees fall from one side to the other as you inhale and exhale. And then next time you find yourself in center, you can leave your knees upright and then walk your feet back in line with your hips. Inhale, press your left foot up towards the sky, and then reach your fingertips around behind your leg or reach up to grab onto your calf. Inhale to press energy through your foot up towards the sky. Keep a little bend in your knee. Exhale, let your leg fall in towards your chest. You can leave your right knee bent or stretch it out long. Keep your right toes pointed up towards the sky and your left toes pointed down towards your face. Inhale again to reach through your right leg, get long through your hamstring. And exhale. Let it fall in towards your chest a little bit more. You can roll out your ankle. You point and flex your foot. Spread and squeeze your toes. And exhale, bend deeply into your right knee. Give it a little hug in towards your chest. And then use your hands to guide your knee all the way over to your right side. Inhale, stretch your left hand out long on the mat. Grab onto your left calf, your left shin, somewhere on your left foot. Once you have a little bit of grab, extend out through that leg just a little bit. You can keep a bend in your knee, but just press your leg out to the side. You feel the stretch the outside leg here. It's cat pulling its tail. See if here you can tap back into that center point. Feel it inside you, even when we're not using it to lift. All the way back in towards middle. Give that leg one last hug inside and then lay that left leg out long. Hand to pick your right foot up and stretch your right foot all the way up towards the sky. You can bend your toes, flex both feet. Left toes point up towards the sky, right toes point down towards your face. Again, grab on somewhere to your leg with your hands. Inhale to press up with your foot towards the sky. And as you exhale, let gravity pull your leg in towards your chest. Inhale again to get long through your hamstring, long through the back of your leg. Exhale, let it go. Get a couple more breaths here. Remembering to keep some energy through the bottom leg. Stretching it out long, reaching those toes up towards the sky. And exhale, bend your right knee in towards your chest. Give it a little hug. And then use your hands, guide it all the way over towards the left. And you can find a block on your knee or a fist on your knee. Reach your right fingertips out long, look over your right shoulder. Inhale to get long through your spine, and exhale, let gravity twist you open. Just a little bit more. On your next inhale, see if you can find a place on your right foot to grab onto, maybe your right big toe, your right foot, your right shin. And then start to extend through your leg. Keep a little bend in your knee. Doesn't need to be all the way out straight. But just bring it maybe a little further up towards your shoulder. Get long through your bottom leg, long through your fingertips. Cat pulling its tail on the other side. Long inhales and exhales. And then you can let go of your foot, let go of your leg. Use your hands to help guide you back on towards center. And then lift both feet up towards the sky. Grab onto your feet, your ankles, your shins, your calves, backs of your legs. Find a happy baby. Rock and roll from side to side. Roll out your ankles. Stretch and flex your toes. Find any movement that you like to take. Maybe massage your sacrum. And then use your hands to guide your feet in so they almost find prayer position with your feet. So toes, balls of your feet, heels come together and land down on the mat. You can slide your blocks underneath your knees, or again, your held up fists can land underneath your thigh bones. Or if that's comfortable, you can lay your hands on the ground, on the outside of your top side of your legs, or one hand on your belly, one hand on your chest. Just find a comfortable place to land your hands. Take long breaths here, all the way down into your center. And long breaths out to let the power, the grace, the confidence, the relaxation, let it exude all throughout your body. Inhale to reach down into your core, down into your center, down into your source. And exhale, let it radiate out into every cell, to your fingertips and toes. Inhale one more time. Find the center light inside you. And exhale. Let it fill you up. The warm, glowing light. And when you're ready, you can use your hands to help extend your knees out long in the mat. Let your feet fall open towards the side. Backs of your hands can come down to the ground, palms face up towards the sky. Let's take another couple breaths here together. Inhale and exhale. Let yourself be heavy on the earth. One more time, inhale. Notice the feeling as it travels all the way from your nose, down into your lungs, down into your belly. And exhale, feel it come all the way from your center, back up, sigh it out. One last inhale together. And exhale, find your Shavasana. You can stay here as long as you like. And if you're ready, you can bring your awareness down into your toes. Start to welcome a little bit of a gentle movement there. And let your awareness come to rest on your feet. You bring a little movement into the whole foot. And slide your awareness all the way up the backs of your legs, where your hips rest on the earth. Bring a little movement into your spine. Down into your fingertips. Start to wiggle. Flex your hands. Just gently wake up the body. You roll your head from side to side. And then in a really slow and unhurried way, you can find your way back up into a seat on your mat, on your block. Just take your time, no need to rush. When you land there, you can keep your eyes closed if they're closed, or find a point on the ground. Let your eyes softly focus. Inhale to grow tall to the crown of your head. Exhale as you let your vertebrae stack one on top of the other. Inhale to lift up towards the sky, and exhale, roll your shoulders down your back. Maybe give a little squeeze from your shoulder blades in towards each other. You can place one hand over your heart and the other hand on top. And let your chin fall down towards your chest. Let's take a moment to feel gratitude for yourself, for your practice today. A little moment of gratitude for your center, for the tiger that lives inside you, the badass that lives inside you. Inhale, you can lift your neck back up. Release your hands. Thank you so much for practicing with me, and I'll see you next time.